Hi guys, welcome to your day 3 of reading, and today we're still on lesson 24. Okay, we are going to start out with, and if you notice, Benny and Belle are still over there joining us. Okay, we're going to start off with our white arrow. Our white arrow says, I can tell the beginning, middle, and ending sounds in short words. So I am going to give you guys a word today, and we're going to talk about that middle sound again, and then we're going to change the middle sound, okay? Okay, so first word, think about it. When my finger slides under, tell me the word. Okay, middle sound is, and is that a short vowel sound or a long vowel sound? Okay, and then we're going to change that middle sound to saying that ghostly ooh sound. Okay, so think about the middle sound saying ooh, and my new word is. Okay, next one, think about it. Word is, this time the ending sound is, and is that a short vowel sound or a long vowel sound? Okay, and then we're going to change that ending sound to say the ooh sound. So think about my new word. Okay, think about this word. Word is, middle sound is, and is that a short vowel sound or a long vowel sound? Okay, and then we're going to change that middle sound to saying our ooh sound. So think about my new word. Okay, next word. Middle sound is. Okay, and then we're going to change that middle sound to saying the short I sound. So my sound will say I. So think about what my new word will say. Okay, next one, my word is. Ending sound says. Is that a short vowel sound or a long vowel sound? Okay, and then we're going to change that ending sound to say the ooh sound. So my new word will be. Okay, and then last one, my word is. Ending sound is. And is that a long vowel sound or a short vowel sound? Okay, and then we're going to change that sound to saying the ooh sound. So my new word will be perfect. Okay, next arrow, we're going to move to that purple arrow. My purple arrow says, I can tell how words are used in real life. Okay, remember your real life words for this week are completely, gentle, lonely, recognized, reflection, settled. So one more time, it's completely, gentle, lonely, recognized, reflection, settled. We're going to talk about a couple of these words, okay? So the first one, can you name something that is completely round? Think about something that is completely round. What is something that's completely round, and use completely in your sentence as you're talking? Okay, next one. Show how you would give your cheek a gentle pat. Okay, so don't be rough, but be gentle. How would you pat your cheek gently? Show me how you would pat your cheek in a gentle way. Okay, and then our last one. When is a time that you felt lonely? When was a time you felt lonely? You might be feeling lonely right now. Okay, so talk about what is something that is completely round? Show me how to pat your cheek gently. And then when was a time you felt lonely? Okay, after we talk about these three words, then I need you to go ahead, grab yourself a piece of scratch paper, and choose a word that you didn't use yesterday and write it in a 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star sentence. Okay, start with a capital, end with a period, and put your finger spaces in between. Okay, then we are going to move on to our gray arrow. Our gray arrow says, I can read first grade words that aren't spelt the way they sound. Okay, our words for today are, hold on one sec. All right, here we go. Words for today are ready, country, soil, kinds. One more time. Ready, country, soil, kinds. Your turn. Think about it. Spell it. Say it again. Think about it. Spell it. Say it again. Next one. Spell it. Say it again. And our last one. Spell it. And say it again. Okay. On the next page, I'm going to go through it. Follow my finger. If you need to practice this because you got stuck on some, remember to pause it because you want to get these words in your head so you're reading them automatically. Here we go. Okay, moving on to our red arrow. I can put sounds together to speak words. Here are those ghostly sounds that we're practicing this week, okay? So that spooky sound, that ooh sound. Okay, so we've got O-O saying ooh, O-U saying ooh, E-W saying ooh, U-E saying ooh, U by itself saying ooh, and U consonant E saying ooh. Remember, this one can happen in the middle or the end, like in noon in the middle, or at the end like in moo. OU usually only happens in the middle like in soup. EW will happen at the end like in new. UE will happen at the end like in the name Sue. U by itself will happen in the middle like in truth. And U consonant E will happen in the middle like in rule. Okay? All right, let's go through our 2 sound cards. Card moon, sound oo, spelling O-O. Sound oo, spelling E-W. Sound oo, spelling U-E. Sound oo, spelling O-U. Sound oo, spelling U. Sound oo, spelling U consonant E. Your turn. Card. Sound. Spelling. Sound. Spelling. Sound. Spelling. Sound. Spelling. Sound. Spelling. Sound. Spelling. Okay, and our next one, card is cook, sound spelling O-O, card, sound, spelling. Okay, on the next page, you're going to see all of your sounds. I'm going to do the row first, and then you are going to copy me. Sound oo or R, oo, your turn. Sound, or, okay, ooh, or, ooh, your turn. R, A, oo, E, your turn. Ooh, or, your turn. Or, perfect. Okay, moving on to our black arrow. Our black arrow says, I can read out loud like a teacher. I'm going to go through and we're going to do these words sound by sound. Okay, first one, sound. Ghostly sound. Put it together. Word is sound. Sound. Put it together. Sound. Put it together. Word is sound. Ghostly sound. Put it together. Sound. Put it together. Word is sound. Sound. Put it together. Sound. Put it together. Word is sound. Ghostly sound. Put it together. Sound. Sound. Put it together. Word is sound. Ghostly sound. Put it together. Word is sound. ghostly sound, put it together, sound, put it together. Okay, and this one's going to have an E at the end, but the E is not going to say anything and it's not going to do anything, okay? So put it together. My word is, one more time. Okay, last one, sound, sound, put it together, sound, put it together, and my word is, okay, pause it if any of those gave you problems or you want to practice it again to help yourself become a better reader before we move on. Okay, on our next page, I am going to show you the word, slide my finger under, and you are going to read it to me. So as my finger is waiting, you please take that time to sound it out for me. Here we go. Hey, remember, if any of those gave you problems, pause it, practice that page again so that you can read it out loud like a teacher. Okay, we're going to move to our story for today. And our story for today is called Boots Clues. Okay, you need to make sure that you're reading this at least 3 times today. So you can choose to read it with me right now or skip this and go read it on Think Central, but read it at least 3 times. Okay, so Boots Clues. Here is a tale about Boot and Sue. I hope you like it. This tale is just for you. Practice that page in your head for me. And remember, I'm not going to give you enough time to real practice, so put it on pause. Okay? Follow along with my finger. Okay? And then read that out loud like a teacher for me. And pause it to do that read out loud. Drew had to take a trip to the country. He left Boot with Sue. Thanks, Drew said. Boot's Clues will tell you what to do. Practice that page in your head for me. Follow along with my finger. And then read it out loud like a teacher for me. Boot ran and ran. He picked up a stick and gave it to Sue. Is this a clue? Asked Sue. What kind of clue is this, Boot? Boot gave Sue a grin. Practice that page in your head. Follow along with my finger. And read it out loud like a teacher for me, please. Sue threw the stick. Boot jumped up. He got it. It's a clue, yelled Sue. Practice that page in your head. Follow along with my finger. And then practice that page out loud like a teacher one more time. Sue and Boot went inside. Boot bumped his food bowl with his nose. Is this a clue? Asked Sue. Practice that page in your head. Follow along with my finger. And then read that page out loud like a teacher one more time. This is a neat clue, Boot, said Sue. You let me know that you need food and water. Practice that page in your head for me. Follow along with my finger. And then read that out loud like a teacher one more time. Then Sue gave a clue. She turned off the light to see if Boot would jump in his bed. Did he do it? Read that page in your head for me. Follow along with my finger. And then read that out loud like a teacher one more time. You did it, Boot, said Sue. You are cute. You give clues and get clues. You give clues and you get clues. Practice that page in your head. Follow along with my finger. And then read that loud like a teacher one more time. Okay. Next up, you need to get yourself a piece of scratch paper and a pencil or something to write with because we are going to move on to our yellow arrow. So pause me if you are not ready yet. Okay, our yellow arrow says, I can use sight words and spelling patterns to help me spell words correctly. Okay, and I am also going to give you your sounds for this week. Okay, and we're going to talk about them. Here we go. First one, blue. I blew out the candles on my birthday cake. Blue. Okay, so think about, we're going to use this sound in the word blue. So think about your beginning sound, which is going to be a blend. So 2 letters, and that's your ending sound, blue. Next one, dune. I went up on a sand dune. A sand dune is like a hill made out of sand, okay? So a dune is your word, dune. Think about your beginning sound. This is your middle sound and your ending sound, dune. Beginning sound, middle sound in dune, and then what's your consonant that's going to go here? Dune. Okay, next one, few. I have a few cards. Few. Beginning sound, ending sound. Few. Okay, and our last one is choose. Benny and Belle sure enjoy their chews. The word is choose. Beginning sound, ending, middle sound right now because you're going to put your suffix on the end to turn it into choose. He chews his bone. Choose. Okay, you were done with that. We're going to move on to one more arrow for today, okay? So our last arrow is I can understand the first grade text I have read. Okay, remember our story for this week is a tree is a plant. Yesterday we talked about how this tree grew and you told me what happened first in order for it to grow, second and third, okay? Today we're going to make a tree about our tree, okay? So our story, A Tree is a Plant, is a teaching story. It is a nonfiction story. It is a story that is teaching us something. Okay, so it is informational. It's giving us facts and it's showing us and teaching us what a tree looks like through the different seasons. So what it looks like through spring, summer, winter, and fall. we're going to talk about those seasons today as we create our tree. Okay, so first I'm going to read through this, and then I'm going to show you what your tree is going to look like that you're going to create. Okay, so a tree is a plant. A tree is a plant. A tree is the biggest plant that grows. Most kinds of trees grow from seeds the way most small plants do. There are many kinds of trees. Here are a few of them. How many do you know? This tree grows in the country. It might grow in your yard too. Do you know what kind it is? This is an apple tree. This apple tree comes from a seed. The seed was small. It grew inside an apple. Have you ever seen an apple seed? Ask an adult to help you cut an apple in two. The seeds are in the center, and they look like this. Most apple trees come from seeds that are planted. Sometimes an apple tree grows from a seed that falls to the ground. The wind blows leaves over the seed. The wind blows soil over the seed. All winter the seed lies under the leaves and the soil. All winter the seed lies under the ice and snow and is pushed into the ground. Spring comes, rain falls, the sun comes out, and winter warms the earth. The seed begins to grow. At first, the young plant does not look like a tree. The tree is very small. It is only a stem with 2 leaves. It has no apples on it. A tree must grow up before it has apples on it. Each year the tree grows. It grows tall. In 7 years it is so tall that you can stand under its branches. In the spring there are blossoms on the tree. Spring is apple blossom time. The blossoms last only a few days. Then they fall to the ground. Now there are green leaves on the tree. Among the leaves there are small apples. The apples are where the blossoms were before. The apples are green and they are almost too small for you to see. The apples grow slowly. They grow all during the spring and the winter. And the summer. In the fall they are large and ripe. They are ready to eat. We can see the apples and the leaves on the branches. We can see the branches growing out of the trunk. We can see the trunk growing out of the ground. We can see the bark of the tree. The bark covers the branches and the trunk like a coat. But there is a part of the tree that we cannot see. We cannot see the roots. They are under the ground. Some of the roots are large. Some of them are as small as hairs. The roots grow like branches under the ground. A tree could not live without roots. Roots hold the trunk in the ground. Roots keep the tree from falling when the wind blows. Roots keep the rain from washing the tree out of the ground. Roots do something more. They take water from the ground. They carry the water into the trunk of the tree. The trunk carries the water to the branches, and the branches carry the water to the leaves. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves grow on the branches. The leaves make food from water and air. They make food when the sun shines. The food goes into the branches. It goes into the trunk and the roots. It goes to every part of the tree. Fall comes and winter is near. The work of the leaves is over. The leaves turn yellow and brown. The leaves die and fall to the ground. Now the tree is bare. All winter it looks dead, but the tree is not dead. Under its coat of bark, the tree is alive. Spring comes again. Rain falls. The sun warms the earth. The tree blossoms and new leaves grow, and as long as it lives, the apple tree grows. As long as it lives, the apple tree blossoms. In the spring, and apples grow on it. When do you like apples best? In spring when they are covered with blossoms? In summer when they are covered with leaves? In winter when they are bare? Or in fall when they are covered with apples? Okay, so I want you to think about those last couple of pages, the questions it was asking you. When do you like the tree best? In spring, when it's covered with blossoms. in summer when it's covered with leaves, in winter when they are bare, or in fall when they're covered with apples. Okay, so you are going to pick yourself a season to help you with your tree. Okay, so pick one of those seasons, and I'm going to pick one. There's 4 seasons. Okay, I'm going to pick one. The one I do, remember, you can't do the same one. Okay, and you are also going to need yourself a blank piece of paper. Okay, we are going to fold our blank piece of paper into 4 sections today. Okay, so here's how it's going to look. I'm going to fold it down just a little bit. Okay, so not half this time, but just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it down a little bit more. Okay, so I didn't go to the bottom yet. I just folded it a little bit more. And now I'm going to go to the bottom and finish my fold. Okay, so it's that little piece. Then I'm going to unfold it. And I should have 4 different sections, I'm sorry. Okay, we are going to label those 4 sections T for topic, R for reason or fact. Today it's going to be a fact. E for explanation, and then another E for ending. So I'll show you what your paper will look like. All right, so your paper should look like this. Okay, so you've got your 4 sections labeled. We've got a T, R, E, E. Okay, and then also I went back into my story and I found where it talked about the spring. Okay, so it talked about spring on this page, and it also talked about spring on this page. Okay, I'm going to start on the first page because I'm going to find my topic. Okay, so my topic is down here. Spring is apple blossom time. That is my topic. So I could say in spring, apple blossoms are on the tree. So that's going to be my topic. In spring, blossoms are on the tree. So I'm going to go ahead and write that quick. Okay, so I wrote that right here. So next to my T, I started with a capital, ended with a period, and put my finger spaces in between. And I wrote, in spring, blossoms are on the apple tree. Next, I'm going to talk about my fact. Okay, so my fact about those apple blossoms is actually on my next page. So my blossoms, it says, the blossoms last only a few days, and then they fall to the ground. Now there are green leaves on the tree. Okay, so my fact about those apple blossoms is that they only last a few days. That is what I'm going to write for my fact. Okay, so I wrote it in a complete sentence. So next to my reason or my fact, I wrote blossoms last only a few days. Started with a capital, ended with a period. Now I'm going to explain that, okay? Blossoms last a few days because then they fall and the leaves grow, okay? So blossoms last a few days because then they fall off and the leaves grow. Okay, so my explanation for the blossoms last only a short time. Blossoms last a short time because then they fall to the ground and the green leaves grow. That's my explaining as to why the blossoms only last a few days. And then my ending sentence, I'm going to kind of restate my top again, okay? So spring is apple blossom time. Okay, so there's my ending sentence. Spring is apple blossom time. Okay, so I've got my topic. In spring, apple blossoms are on the apple tree. My reason or my fact, okay, so it's my fact since this is a teaching story today. Blossoms last only a few days. Explaining that, blossoms last a short time because then they fall to the ground and the green leaves grow. Ending sentence, spring is apple blossom time. Okay, so now your job is to grab your piece of paper, fold it into 4 sections, label it as a tree, choose yourself a different season. So now you can choose fall, winter, or summer, and I want you to pick your topic, your fact, explain your fact about that season, and end it. When you're done, send me a picture of what your tree looks like. Okay, and then that's the end of today's video. Okay, so your goal for today was to read Boots Clues, and you either read it with me or by yourself. You have to do your tree to go with our story for today. Make sure you did your 3-star sentence using one of our vocabulary words, and then you will also have 2 worksheets to do for today. Okay, see you guys and have a good day.